Yo, what's going on, you guys? Depdoc here. Welcome back to another video on the channel where today, this is the first episode of Hot Takes. Basically, something that I just come up in my mind that I just turn on OBS and talk about like I explained in my coming back video. Anyways, the topic for today's video is basically, should producers or people that are surrounding the artist who passed away release unreleased music? Before we get into this, I really appreciate you guys would please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Just to let me know if you guys like this idea. And enough promoting, because I know a lot of people that aren't fans of the channel are gonna probably be watching this video. I don't know, just saying stuff. But anyways, let's get talking about this video. All right, so I've been thinking about this option about a lot, about where my personal opinion of where music is and where I've sat with artists and thought about them as they passed away, and my 2 cents on like albums that get released after their death. So the main thing that I think about is I really think about X. I really think about his passing back in 2018 a lot. About this kind of like topic is I was like in the 8th grade at the time, and I was just starting to get into rap music, and he was one of the artists that I got into. And basically, like, I remember he passed away like 2 months after it. Well, maybe like a month after, like, I started getting into music. And I was kind of sad because I was like, well, it's kind of sad that, like, you know, I'm about to get into him and, you know, he passed away. And I was like, you know, like, he has a back catalog of music that's already released. I'll probably just start enjoying that, which I did. But next came the problem where his family and friends released like all these albums. And the problem that I usually ran into was that it was just filled with people that were featured, and basically he made sounds. And that was something that X was known for. And it was really sad to watch how X's career after his last album just turned into basically his family releasing music that had him making sounds with other people over it. They made bank over it and ruined his legacy, because now no one ever talks about X anymore. And it's very sad to see that, because, you know, I know a lot of people aren't fans of him now. Back in the day was sad, and what was the other, like Jordan Floors, like those songs were very popular, and, you know, it's very sad to see where his career went after his death. And I'm just going to be talking about the artists that I kind of related to in this mix, because I could go forever on like artists that I barely know anything about. The one I want to talk about the most, though, is the main topic, is Juice wrld. Juice wrld has been gone for he's been gone for 2 years now, I believe. Well, yeah, 2 years. And, you know, that's a crazy thing to say, that it's been 2 years. We're going to be hitting 3 by the end of this year. And we look at the landscape of after his death. Personally, I do believe that when it was made correctly with post albums after his death was done correctly with Legends Ever Die. I did a review on that album. I thought it was a pretty good album. I'm not gonna lie. I liked the album. It's probably some of my favorite Juice wrld music, but that was my own opinion, and that's why I made a lot of videos of Juice wrld more than any other artist. Just because I liked Juice wrld. I liked his music a lot. And, you know, sadly came the realization that I kind of stopped liking Juice wrld thanks to the kind of ideas that I felt like he was gonna. I just lost interest, really. And then came the idea of how Lil Bibby ruined him in my eyes. Basically releasing a documentary that no one asked for really wasn't cool. And I doubt a lot of people watched it, because I've asked my friends, and they're like, wait a minute, there's a documentary on Juice wrld? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, where do I watch it? I'm like, HBO Max. And like, no one talks about it. I've heard nothing about it. I remember like hearing rumblings about where it came out, but it was like everything was like forced. Literally, the album was named Fighting Demons. That's a song off the old album. Like, how, like, I really don't know how the heck more people aren't calling out this little bull that they tried to pull on us. And it wouldn't surprise me that after the song Cigarettes, that there's going to be more Juice wrld music released. And I already can hear the topic. Oh, but we want more Juice wrld music. Oh, we want more Juice wrld music. But do you, though? You gotta think about it. Where Juice WRLD was standing, do you really think that he would wanted more of his music released? I mean, think about it. Buddy, so quote unquote, had thousands of songs that were written and made that were never put on albums. I think in total, like, there's like 90 songs that got released that were featuring him. And, you know, like, why do you think other songs didn't get released on the album? Probably because he wasn't happy with them. You know, he could say whatever he wants, but, you know, there's so many songs that artists throw away that just they get archived because they're not album material. They're like single material that he just kept around because you never know one day. And, you know, I won't lie, I've listened to a lot of the unreleased music, and, you know, some of it's good. But I'm looking at it in the way of saying, when you're an artist, your music means more than just songs. It is your lifestyle, your income, your want to produce, your way to fame. And basically, when you are gone, them people around you are basically just burying your legacy because you're gone and you can't promote the album correctly, and they're making bank on you because you're gone. You're not making anything out of it. And, you know, you could say, well, his fans are happy. If his fans were so quote-unquote happy, why isn't the enjoyment, quote-unquote, of Juice WRLD been as powerful? Because he's gone. And honestly, they should have just ended it there. I really don't understand the point of constantly wanting to release music when he's already gone. I believe fans would have been happy with what they have of Juice WRLD. I understand the idea of, oh, well, Juice WRLD then will become irrelevant. Okay, you let the man rest. You let his legacy live. And you can think about it, you're like, well, man, he was so young and he had 3 albums released and they were all successful and they were all good, and he really helped out a lot of people with that, and, you know, that were really sad. And I just don't see the point of, like, releasing music because you're missing half the part. You're like, well, Juice WRLD was there for everybody. And there was 2 reasons why that. It's because he went on his Instagram, he went on his Twitter, he went on lives, he went on YouTube, he went in concerts, and he always, like, asked and told people that I'm here for you, and like, you know, he was there for people. And the same thing for X. They both did it. And the same thing goes for Lil Peep. They all did it. So basically, taking away the artist from their music because they're dead, rest their souls, they just, you know, they take away that part, and I just don't know how anybody can really, you know, push that vibe. Because at the end of the day, these people continue doing it for money. They don't care about the fans. I'm being honest. They don't care. Why would they care? They make bank at the end of the day. The real artist does care about the fans because, you know, those are the people that brought him up in the world. I don't think big industry people care about the quote-unquote fans of the artist that is deceased when they're like, oh, well, he was popular, so we could just make bank off of him. And it's just sad to say that. It really is. But it's not always done bad for reasons like Mac Miller and Lil Peep. Like his mom for Lil Peep is pushing really good ideas for releasing music. I don't think much has been released that much. I don't follow him. I'm just saying some good examples. Same thing goes for Mac Miller. I do know people that are fans of him. Really liked his new album that came out after his death. And at the end of the day, there is no problem with releasing an album after his death, after a person's death. Personally, it is like a goodbye album. And I thought that was what they were going to do for Juice WRLD. And sadly, I just don't think that they're going to stop making Juice WRLD music anytime soon. They keep claiming it's his last album, but it won't surprise me if they pull a Tupac thing where they release 20 albums after his death and just considerably just keep putting him out there, and people just get more and more mad, being like, let the man rest. Let the man rest. And it's sad to watch. But anyway, guys, that's my first hot takes on something. I do want to say I got a lot of this inspiration from the YouTuber Hip Hop Madness. He made a video and I watched it and it was pretty interesting. So I kind of wanted to have my 2 cents on it. Instead of basically going, you know, it's fine in every way, I kind of wanted to rip into these people that are basically just being scum to these amazing artists that had to pass away. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys liked this first episode of my hot takes on stuff. And if you did, then please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more hot takes to come every Wednesday. If it's not a hot take, it's probably going to be an honest review or something random. That's Wednesdays for me. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day. And, yeah. See you guys later.